Hi guys, this is Max. Welcome to my channel. I'm a massage therapist and a trainer here in Barcelona. I'm here with my amazing girlfriend. Finally she has a face, not just a body. And beautiful, yeah. Beautiful and amazing. Yeah. She has a neck problem, so we're gonna try to solve this neck problem, SEM, scaling with new technique because she works a lot on the computer. But before I wanna say thanks to everybody by writing this beautiful message about my technique, about the girls, on the model. I want to answer a question that came out really often: is how do you feel about all these feminine women I give a massage to in my video? There is something maybe bothering you? You feel jealous?
You want me to be jealous, but unfortunately, no, I'm not. I'm not a jealous person.
Yeah, you're a sweet, amazing girl. No, it's true. The scope of this channel is to teaching technique, teaching physiotherapy, teaching how to feel better, but at the same time show you something different, something that is not up there. And thank you very much for following, and let's start with the video. Yeah. Okay guys, we are starting this treatment with the warming up of the trapezius, a muscle that is involved in maintaining the head erect, so it's fighting against gravity, and it's most of the time really tense. We're gonna work all the way up to the occiput, and remember, under the trapezius we have the splenius capitis, that is another muscle that is involved in the whiplash and in the back and neck pain. So we are trying to clean a little bit the facet and testing the range of motion of the facet back and forth. Sometimes you can even add some adjustment if you feel that one of the vertebrae is in subluxation and is pushing back on your finger, so you feel that the vertebra is tight. It doesn't move like it's supposed to move. When I move down from the cervical area, so from the atlas and axis all the way down to the attachment in the glenohumeral joint. And then this technique for whiplash, that is one of my favorite technique, is actually grabbing and folding the scalene. We're not gonna do pin and stretch technique. We're gonna fold on the scalene and stretch it with the hands that I have under the neck. Why? Because in a neck that is already in pain, you don't want to add extra tension and feel that the client cannot relax. The client won't need to relax. The client don't want any extra nervy pain that you can find when you pin and stretch the scalene. So what I'm doing is just like giving something that the neck really crave for, some relaxation, something that make it feel good, make the muscle relax and trust your hands. And then we're gonna move to something more complicated, that is the longus colli. So you move on the side, the hyoid bone, and then you start like and do some this Syriax technique on the muscle. You will feel the muscle because it's just on the. You will feel it because it's just on the bone, and then we try to open up the longus collis with some fascia work. So you press down on the sternum and you're trying to open up the longus collis slowly, gentle, on the two sides bilaterally. Most of the time the flexors are weak, but what's happened in the hyperextension of the whiplash, sometimes this muscle are contract in the eccentric position, so you need to release band, even if most of the time, and here is a really important difference between massage and physical therapy, you want to make the flexor of the neck stronger. Now we are opening up the platysma. It's a muscle that is It's a broad sheet-like muscle that lies anterolateral aspect of the neck and is bilaterally. And the platysma originates in the upper thoracic and shoulder region. So it's a muscle that you can see when you get old and create the turkey neck. And that, of course, because the muscle tone is thinning and becoming less strong. There are a lot of trigger points in the platysma, mostly in the sternocleidomastoideo that I'm treating right now. This is another muscle that is can create a lot of headaches, migraines, especially in the whiplash. So you want to find the point where it hurts, and when you find it, you stay there. Now I'm just showing for the camera, but if I find a point that hurts, you stay in that point, you keep on massaging until it goes away. Generally, you can stay there for from 30 seconds to 90 seconds. And then you add some myofascial release all the way to the attachment. Yeah, this is, if you're done with cautious, it's really relaxing. And then from you go to the origin, actually to the attachment of the sternocleidomastoideo, and then you add some active release technique. I learned this technique from Thomas Myers, Anatomy Trains. If you want to learn more about active release technique and this kind of technique where you use and the leverage, for in this case of the head on the muscle, because it's a contralateral muscle, you can go and look for Thomas Myers. Is one of the great teachers of this technique. And then I try to lengthen the sternocleidomastoideo. This lengthening is super important. This muscle, the sternocleidomastoideo, it's even involved in upper cross syndrome, and it's very often really tense, especially unilateral. There is always one that is tenser than the other. Then some more work on the scalene that they want to be stretched. I like this crossing of my arm when I'm doing. I learned this technique from Eric Dalton, another great guy that you can follow to become a better massage therapist. And some good opening of the fascia. You always want to give a moment where after you work where you like rebuild the trust with your touch and the client. Then some distraction of the spine all the way starting from let's say C6, C7 all the way to the atlas and the occiput. Stay there and massaging that muscle, the rectus capitis, the obliques, that are capitis that are in that region, this four muscle, the oblique capiti inferior and superior. They need to be relaxed. They need to be, if you want to avoid cervicogenic headache, this is a really great way to release this muscle. So you take your time, you stay there. You can stay there even for 4 or 5 minutes. The client will be probably fall asleep on your finger. And then some TMJ release. I'm not doing anything special, just pulling down gently the fascia, the masseter muscle, all the way down. Try to make the TMJ relax. TMJ that with the pterygoid muscle and the temporal muscle can create a lot of migraines. So this is not a video about the TMJ, but when you have a neck pain, you wanna even try to release some of this little muscle. Little, but one of the strongest one on the body, the masseter muscle. And then some work that you can always add to the ear, especially when you have a headache. It's always welcome. Then some work on the splenius capitis. and trying to work all the facet back into position. And now imagine that the problem is not a muscle problem, but is a facet problem. So imagine that the facet are stuck on the left. What you will do to open it up? You will move the neck to the right, and in the same time you will open up and you tilt the head on the right. So you try to open in a facet. This is more, it's not a muscle technique, it's more a manipulation technique. So we are mobilizing the facet and try to open up the facet. When I felt that she was feeling some pain and close to the rectus capitis, and then to find as a final technique, you can be at the beginning or the end, some work on the trap, the trigger point of the trap. So I hope you enjoy these videos, guys. It was a pleasure to be with you. Please comment down below if you have any question about the technique, and let me know what kind of video you would like to watch soon. So for today, that's it, and see you soon. Thank you very much.